Live. My name is Geraldine. Today we're going to do a fun application Lashify tutorial, and we're also doing our Wednesday drop. This week you're going to get a free blow tool with any purchase over $45 USD. So if you have been waiting to get your control kit, today's a great day to grab your control kit because you're going to get an option right off the bat. As soon as you add it to your cart, you're going to be able to add a free blow tool to your cart, and it's a really nice handy tool to have for your application, your Lashify application. All right, so say hi as you guys are jumping in. Lashify Danny is going to be in the comments to help answer your questions. We are also simulcasting to Facebook and YouTube, so if you're there, say hi in the comments. Danny will also be in those comments. If you want to come and interact with me in my comments, come to lashify.com. I'll be able to see you here, okay? So let's get started. Lashify. Have you been on the fence? Have you been wondering what it's all about? It's a DIY lash extension system. You can do it easily, safely, at home, whenever you want. You can take them off, put them on whenever you want, and you can create basically any lash look that you feel like you need or want for the day or for however long you want to wear them, okay? So how do you get started? Take a look down here. If you're on the website, you can click on the control kit. I pinned it here for you, and we're going to be pinning products for you as we go through this application process. You can surf the website while hang out with me during this live, which is pretty cool. So you're going to check out the control kit. It comes with everything you need to start using the Lashify system. You're going to choose first if you want your black or your white case. If you get the black hard case of the control kit, you're going to get our patented Fuse Control wand in this bronze color. If you get it in white, you're going to get a Fuse Control wand in hologram. So they come in different colors. You're going to get to choose the curve of your Fuse Control wand. This is our classic curve. It fits most eye shapes: almond eyes, medium-sized eyes, large eyes, deep set eyes. So if you don't know what your eye shape or eye type is, just get the classic curve. If you have a smaller eye or a flatter eye profile or even a monolid, you might be better off with our petite eye curve. So this is a more open curve. You can tell the difference here. See how it sits more open? And this is going to be easier for those eye shapes, okay? So again, try one, try the other. They're both great for all eye shapes, but if you don't know, get the classic curve, okay? Your control kit is also going to come with Whisper Light, our bond in clear and black. You're going to get a water-resistant sealer called Glass, and then you're going to get 1, 2, and 3 sets of Gossamer lashes. So in each of these cartridges holds 12 Gossamer lashes. You're going to get a set that has 10 millimeter lengths, 12 millimeter lengths, and then 14 millimeter lengths. So we're going to give you 3 sizes to play with so you can create different lash looks for whatever you want, and you're going to get to choose the style that you start with. So either Amplify, Bold, or Curl. Amplify is very natural, thin fibers like what I have on, but a little bit more relaxed, so it looks like your natural lashes. If you want something that looks like mascara, go with Bold. B for Bold, slightly thicker fibers and a little bit of curl, just like what I have on. And if you want something that looks like a lash lift, this is what I have on. I have curl on today. Thin fibers like Amplify, but with a little bit more curl. Check her out, really pretty. And again, you're gonna get 10, 12, and 14 millimeter, and that's what we have on today. I put on all 3 lengths for you: 210, 212, 214, and this creates a wing, but you can place them however you like to create whatever shape you want for your eye, your particular eye shape, okay? So you can't go wrong. Choose a style, put them on, and then you're probably gonna wanna try all the rest of everything in our collection, okay? You're gonna get a little slightly magnified mirror so that you can use that during your application. I'll show you how to use that. And then that's not all. You get a bunch more things that sit inside this magnetic storage box. So you open this up. This is our unboxing. You're gonna get a set of wandums. These are silicone covers that go over the tips of your Fuse Control wand. They're gonna help reduce stickiness while you do your application, because we're gonna be using a bond that stays flexible. You're gonna get a QR code to scan that takes you to our tutorials right here on Lashify.com, so you can follow along, you can pause, you can go at your own pace and get all the best tips and tricks for your first few applications. You're gonna get a sample of Melt Away and Pre-Cleanse. Melt Away is one of our removers and Pre-Cleanse is our lash prep. We're still going. You get more. You're gonna get a lid space finder tool that helps you choose some other lengths to try out once you're ready for more lashes. You get this beautiful welcome letter from Sahara, who is the founder, inventor, and CEO of Lashify. And then your control kit is gonna sit inside this magnetic storage box. It has a magnetic closure on the box here, and then when you open it up, you get a place for your lash storage, because like I said, you're gonna want more to play with. You're gonna get refills later on, so you're gonna get a nice place to store those, okay? It's a one-time purchase of $125, comes with everything you need to start using Lashify, and then after that, you just get refills on your lashes and then extra products down the line, okay? So that's how Lashify works. And if you have questions along the way, let us know. We're always happy to help. We're gonna do an application. So I already have a set, and we're gonna show you how I did this set on this eye. And if you have questions, let us know in the comments. Lashify Danny is gonna be in there as well, helping get questions answered. If you're on the website, we're gonna be pinning products for you down here, and you can click on those while we're chatting, and you can be on the website and have me on live, okay? So let's go. We're gonna do a full application. First thing we always do is prep. This is Pre-Cleanse, our Japanese cleansing water lash prep. You're gonna get a sample of this in your control kit. Today I'm using the travel size, and I'm putting it on our fluffer tool. I'm gonna tap out the excess, and I'm gonna just run this through my natural lashes, because I have skincare products on, I have makeup on, my lids are slightly oily, so there's probably a little transfer. So I wanna come in and remove all of that before I start my application. We're gonna be using a bond that doesn't harden, ever. It's gonna dry down, but it's gonna stay nice and flexible for you. So it's very different from lash extension glue. It's very different from glue that you get at the drugstore. It behaves a little bit differently, okay? So we're gonna prep really well, remove everything, mascara, micellar water, skincare products, makeup, oil, all of that. You want that off of your lashes so that your bond works properly, okay? And you guys, like I said, today only, you're gonna get a free blow speed dryer with all of your orders over $45 USD. This is the best. I think it's the best add-on tool that we have. So if you've been contemplating getting the control kit, get it today, and you'll get the option to add a free blow tool. What does this do? What does this funny looking thing do? So it's gonna give you directed air so that you can speed things up during your application process. So I have wet lashes, right? But I need to start with dry lashes. So they're clean. Now this blow tool is gonna help me get it dry. And then you'll see, I'll start using it once we start putting bond on. This will help your bond get tacky faster, because you do have to wait for it to get tacky before you either apply more bond or go on with your lash application, okay? So free blow today with every order over $45 USD, all right? So it sounds like maybe underwhelming, but it really is like our best add-on tool. It will enhance your Lashify experience. Okay. Lashes are clean, lashes are dry. Now, the next thing we're gonna take a look at is our bond. This is Whisper Light. You're gonna get a dual-sided tube. So on one end, you get Whisper Light bond in black with a micro mascara applicator. On the other side, you're gonna get clear Whisper Light with a pointy precision tip. Okay, this comes out white, dries down clear. It's the same formula. The only difference is the color. And this is gonna be safe for sensitive eyes because there's no cyanoacrylate, no latex, no formaldehyde, nothing that has those irritants that are present in other lash glues. So if you have sensitive eyes, this is gonna be a great product for you to use. Always skin patch test with new products, but most of our clients are so happy to find this after having allergic reactions to other things, okay? So when you start using your bond, you can use one side or the other or combine them. I'm gonna show you how to layer your bonds And this is the best way to work with Whisper Light, okay? You're gonna come in, you're gonna pretend like these are layers of nail polish. With nail polish, you come in with thin, light applications and you let each layer dry down in between, right? Otherwise it's gonna stay goopy and wet and it's never gonna dry down and it's gonna get messed up. So same thing with these bonds. You're gonna use a very light hand, apply a little bit at a time, let it sit for about 30 to 60 seconds, and that amazing blow tool that you got for free with your order over $45 is gonna help you get there faster, okay? So if you want, after you have tried the application a few times and you're really confident with your placement and all of that and how the bond works, this is gonna help you move that working time down to like by half, okay? Hi Donna, how are you? Thanks for joining us today. So while that's getting tacky, I'm gonna start pulling my Gossamer lashes out. You're gonna get 3 sizes, 3 lengths in your control kit. Each cartridge has the same length. So today we're using C's, the curl, and I'm gonna use 10, 12, and 14. So inside this 10 cartridge, it's all 10 millimeter. I'm gonna pick 2 because we're doing a cute little easy wing. So use your fingers, grab all the fibers, they're very delicate, okay? These are made of Korean PBT silk and they're super lightweight, super thin, very different construction from other false lashes out on the market. This isn't a strip lash, so it's gonna be more delicate, okay? Has to be thin, really thin at the base because they're gonna be placed underneath our natural lashes and they have to be comfortable, right? So when Sahara invented these, she said, strip lash, the way that they're created, it's not gonna work. For this application, we did a completely new lash for this system. So she invented the original under lash, okay? So let me show you that profile. Check that out. Super thin, super lightweight, paper thin, so that it's comfortable and lightweight so that it doesn't weigh down your lashes and cause damage, okay? This is the first lash to be designed to be worn underneath the natural lashes, hence our 275 plus patents on the entire system. So what does that mean? This is a brand new system. A little bit of learning in the beginning while you're a new user because these are new products, so we have to teach you how to use them, right? So we say, practice about 3 to 4 times, and then you'll start feeling your groove, finding your groove with the system, and you'll be on your way, okay? I'm just gonna spread these out. You can kind of manipulate them a little bit. Each lash is a little bit different. They're handmade, so you're gonna see a little bit of difference, which mimics your own natural lashes, right? Okay, so it's probably been about a minute. Let's check for tackiness. I can feel my, look at that, my upper and my lower lashes sticking. That's a good sign that my bond is tacky. What does tacky mean? So you wanna tap and feel a little bit of, you see that? Like a little bit of grip, like a bubblegum-like stick. And then you wanna check to make sure that there's no transfer of product. If it's transferring, your product is still too wet, leave it alone. Let it sit and let it get tacky a little bit longer, okay? So it's very tactile, it's very intuitive, you just have to know what to look for. So tacky and not transferring, we're good. We're good to either add a little bit more bond or start applying our lashes. I'm gonna show you how to layer them because I think this is the best way to use our bonds. So I'm gonna come in with a second light layer of this Whisper Light. Again, you can come in with either the black or the clear, and notice how this time I'm turning the applicator. This is optional. This is just a way to get a little bit more precision so that I can apply a little bit of product and not clump my lashes, okay? So just coming in and just applying another light hand. Check that out. Easy, right? You could use the clear too, and the clear side, if you wanted to use the clear side for any of your layers, you just tap that in, boop, 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 along the base of your lashes, okay? So that's gonna sit and get tacky. I'm gonna show you another way to add another light layer of bond onto your Gossamer lashes. Again, this is an optional step. Some people really love this to just make sure that they're applying enough product, but in thin coats. So this time I'm applying a tiny bit and you can use the black or the clear, but onto the spines of the Gossamer lashes. A very, 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 very small amount, okay? Don't come in like it's strip lash glue. Strip lash glue, you're gonna be using quite a bit more. This is like 1/8 or less. And you're gonna wait. You're gonna set this down, and you're gonna wait until that bond goes clear. If you're using the clear side, it goes from white to clear, and that's how you know it's tacky and ready to go. So you're gonna wait. So you don't have to rush. That is one of the biggest things we see with new users is they sort of rush their application. They get nervous that the bond's gonna dry down too fast and their lash application is gonna be ruined. It actually works to your benefit to wait, to slow down your application. We have a great tutorial with Jill, one of our pro educators, here on our website. If you go to our Learn page, where she actually sits and she times with you. She applies her bond, and there's a 30-second timer so you can know exactly how long that feels like. These are black. These are the black core C's, Donna. And yes, but they do come in minks and truffle. So we do have lighter colored fibers for some of our styles. Those are the intimates. If you look at our lash styles here on the website, if you hit the intimates collection, you're gonna see natural colored fibers to match lighter hair colors. Ash, let's go down the line from lightest to darkest. Ginger is gonna be a true like redhead color, really pretty ginger color. Ash is gonna be the next step up. It still has a red-brown hue. It's got a tiny tinge of violet to give it that sort of strawberry blonde color, a little bit darker. And then Minx is a dark brown, chocolatey brown that's cool toned, and then Truffle is a mix of black and brown fibers. So you can't go wrong. If you want something a little bit different, a little bit softer as far as color, we have that for you. Okay. This bond has gone clear. She is nice and tacky. You could do your tacky test here. She's tacky, she's sticking, she's not transferring, okay? So that means our bond is ready to go. Now, you have a mirror in your control kit. I highly recommend you take that and you turn it towards you. Put it up high, maybe stack some boxes up, or if you have a table that goes up and down, you're gonna set it down underneath you so that this is your view. You can see your wet line placement because everything's gonna go underneath, okay? This is key. This is gonna make sure that you have a nice view of your lashes. Your eyes are in a good position. You're not doing anything weird. We noticed that if people are applying up into a mirror, look at how much you manipulate your eye. When you set that down after you place your lash, it's probably gonna be in not the right place, okay? So look down into your mirror, and that will give you a little bit of more hand. You'll have an extra hand, right? Here you can lift and get underneath and see everything and make sure that everything's sitting really well. Today, I'm gonna use a handheld mirror so that I can get up close to the camera and you guys can see and I can see. So I'm looking down into my mirror and I'm gonna start on the inner corner. You can start wherever you like. Doesn't matter. Whatever you think you're gonna be good with, and then try it different ways. Aiming for 1 to 2 millimeters up away from the wet line, and we're looking for this nice Velcro-like catch. Okay, this is why we wait for our bond to get tacky. Otherwise, if it's still too wet, that lash is gonna slide. It's gonna take product all the way up your lashes and your lashes are gonna clump, okay? The idea with waiting for tackiness is that once you decide you wanna put that lash on, it's just gonna stick, okay? And that's what it should look and feel like. Thank you. Okay, 1 to 2 millimeters up away from the wet line. You actually wanna see the roots of your lashes underneath here. Let's try and get up close and really show you. So this is the top of your wet line where your lashes are growing out of your eye. Your fuse control wand, one of the tips, just this little tine right here, if you turn it sideways and turn the points away from you, this is a great way to measure for the gap. This should fit between the top of your wet line and the spine of the Gossamer lash. So right here, right? If that fits comfortably, then you know you have enough of a gap. And this is important for comfort. You don't want pokey lashes. When you're applying correctly, you won't feel them, okay? They're gonna be super comfortable. Also, longevity. If you're placing too close to the wet line, the moisture from your eyes is gonna start breaking up the bond. Your lashes will not last as long. And we wanna keep our natural lashes healthy. If we're applying all the way down on the wet line or too close to the wet line, your lashes need to move, and they're going to move no matter what you do. So if they're too close to the wet line, it could cause tugging at the roots of your lashes that can cause damage. We don't want that. If you leave a little gap, you can do all of this, sleep, and do whatever you need to do during the day, and your lashes have enough room to move and grow and breathe. All right? And there's biotin in the bonds, so this is gonna give you like vitamins for your lash line, and the bond will always stay flexible through your entire wear. It's never gonna harden. So this is how we're gonna keep our natural lashes healthy. So I didn't like my placement, I can take it off. This bond, like I said, stays flexible. It gives you a nice long working time, so there's no such thing as messing up. If you didn't like it, if it wasn't quite in the right spot, just move it and put it back on. So easy, right? Okay. So you can come in and kind of fuse as you go. I just want that to stay put during my application, but I'm gonna do a good full fuse at the very end. That's optional. So I did put a little bit of bond onto the spines of the Gossamer lashes, so that allows me to overlap just a little bit if I want to, or a lot. So I will overlap. I like how these look when they're slightly overlapped from my eye shape. So what does that mean? I'm gonna come in, and this little edge right here is gonna go over the edge of this Gossamer lash. So look down into a mirror, right? I'm gonna show you here in the camera so you can kind of see what you should see when you're looking down into a mirror. If you're overlapping, you can place them one next to the other, but check that out. Oh, I missed, because it's so hard to see. Let's try that again. Coming in, slight overlap, and Velcro catch 1 to 2 millimeters up away from the wet line, okay? So that should be easy and comfortable. Again, if you didn't quite get it right, just gently remove it. That bond will stay nice and flexible and pliable for you. It's a little bit high up, so I'm gonna move it because I couldn't see in the camera. That's so hard. Okay, doing it for real, looking down into my mirror, 1 to 2 millimeters up, slight overlap. That looks great, feels great. I'm just gonna give it a nice little spot fuse, again, so that they don't wiggle. And I like it, I like it. So these are two 10 millimeter lashes in C, has a little bit of curl, stronger curl. So it looks like a lash lift. I'm gonna bump it up to a 12 millimeter lash, okay? And if you're not talking and instructing while you're doing your lash application, this is gonna be so much faster. But I'm walking you through all the nitty gritty of an application, making sure that you get all the best tips and tricks, all right? Look at that, 12 millimeter, a little spot fuse just so she doesn't wiggle, another 12 millimeter, and again, you can lash map however you like. You don't have to do this lash map. I'm doing 2 10s, 2 12s, 2 14s for an easy soft wing, but you can do an open eye if you want by applying longer lengths in the center and kind of tapering to shorter lengths. You can alternate lengths if you want for a wispy look. You can do whatever roots in my lashes. Sometimes I give it a little tap and sit back and just make sure it's sitting where I want to. Hi, Ember. How are you? Thank you for joining us today. And then one more, C14 or the inner corner. Same thing on the inner corner. Those little baby hairs, you can see them. They're weaker, they're more sparse, they're not as good at holding up lashes, and it's gonna be more uncomfortable, okay? So bring in your placement by just a tiny bit, and you're gonna have a much better application. Look at that. Little spot fuse, so good. And then we're gonna do a real fuse. Oh my gosh, look at those baby hairs, okay? Also on the outer corner, most of our natural lashes tend to grow downwards. So if you go to that very last hair, if you're following your natural lashes, you'll probably start to bring the eye down and have a little droop. Most of us don't want a droop, we want everything nice and lifted, so that little bit of moving in with your placement is gonna help you out a lot as far as aesthetic, okay? And longevity. If they're all the way out there, they're probably gonna be a little wiggly. A good guideline for that last lash is follow your lower lash line. See how it goes here, and then it comes up? You never wanna go below that line, okay? And that's because you'll get a little droopiness. And then when you fuse, you can actually lift them. So let's talk about fusing. Your fuse control wand is a very, very unique tool. Patented, hand-tooled instrument, didn't exist before Lashify. You can't Lashify without it. There's a few different ways to use it. You can keep the wandums on if you like. These are going to help reduce stickiness. It's gonna give you a nice wide, cushy fuse. So if you're new and you're kind of nervous about putting this close to your eye, keep them on. Totally fine. You can take them off, put them on whenever you want during your application. If you remove them, you'll have more precision, but maybe a little bit more stick. So you're just gonna move a little slower, okay? I'll show you how I like to fuse. I like to do a reverse fuse. Notice how I'm holding. This center bump is always where you're gonna apply pressure. This is the best way to use this tool because if you go too high up, you're gonna run into your face, right? It doesn't give you enough space to work. If you go too low, below this center bump, you're gonna have such a hard time getting a good fuse, full fuse, okay? So that center bump is there because that's the key. That's how you're gonna get that nice horizontal clamp force, which is what it was designed for, okay? So I like to turn the wand upside down and then use the tips. This is called a reverse fuse. And I can use the tips to come in and do some precise fusing all the way across the spines of my Gossamer lashes, and this is how they're gonna stay on. Okay, we're fusing our natural lashes to the Gossamer lashes, kind of pressing all that bond in between the crevices of the fibers, and make sure that we have a nice good hold, okay? So that's one way to fuse. You can change the angle. You might have to, kind of play with like your angle here. I actually turn my hand for this way, and then I change my hand position if I wanted to come in for this inner corner, okay? We have lots of tutorials for literally every piece of your application if you need it. It's mostly intuitive, but sometimes you're like, oh, I never thought to do it that way. So we give you all those tips and tricks. So that's reverse fusing. Get a nice good fuse, nice and precise. I like to put the wandums on after that. Again, you can do any of these steps with or without the wandums. Try it all the ways and you're gonna find what you like. So now, putting the wandums on, so I get like a nice wider fuse. I can fuse more of the lash to my natural lashes. And I'm gonna turn it so that it's giving me, it's following the curve of my eye. And that's what this is what it was designed for. So that I can come in either from the side or from the top. That bump is going away from me and I can come in, lower that wand so that I can get all the way down at the base and apply even pressure all the way across my natural lashes for a good full fuse. Hold it for about 10-15 seconds. If you want a little bit more lift, tilt your wrist upwards for a Lashify lift, and then slowly release. You might get a little stickiness. It's okay, just blink it away if you do, and then you're good. So this eye's holding these a little bit lower, so I can come in and do a Lashify lift on this side, maybe a little extra fuse action, and they should be better. So good. What's the length of the lashes? So I have on 2 10mm lashes, 2 12s, 2 14s in curl. This is one of our most natural styles. You can get it in the control kit. It's super pretty. I think it looks like a lash lift, a natural lash lift for most people. It has thin fibers, a really beautiful curl, like you curled your natural lashes. So pretty. And you're gonna get 3 sizes. You're gonna get all 3 sizes in your control kit, 10, 12, and 14. And a lot of our styles come in 8 to 18mm. Some of them come in as long as 20 and 22mm, so whatever you want. And then we have different fibers, different thickness, different construction. So, but we're gonna start you off with some of our most natural styles, the easiest ones to work with if you go check out the control kit, okay? Look at that. Let's take a tour of the lashes. So pretty. So pretty. Look at this. You guys, my favorite part about these lashes, such a game changer. After having been a makeup artist for 20 years and a stage performer, all we knew was strip lashes, right? And individuals. But it would always, almost always, either ruin the look, or I say that we had to be a slave to the lash, right? Because we had to come in and hide a band that was sitting on top and make it part of, make it work with the rest of the makeup look. But we don't have to do that anymore. We can just put on some lashes and be done. It just gives you the entire look. And if you want to play with makeup, you don't have to fight for that lid space, right? It's free for you to do whatever you want with it. So pretty, it blends in with the natural lashes. That side view is so pretty. Love her, love her. And it's very comfortable. It's very comfortable. And once you become accustomed to the application process, you'll notice that your line straight across underneath is gonna start looking more and more even. But if it's a little, if you see a little imperfection, don't even worry about it. Nobody's gonna see it, because what happens? Your natural lashes are going to relax when you're done, and everything's just gonna sort of tuck under a little bit. Nobody's gonna see a thing, right? If someone's picking on your lashes, I think you just should say, you're a little too close, sir, thank you. Step back. But it's been such a game changer. You can do this whenever you want, at home, easily, safely. You can take your time. Once you get good at it, you can actually get these on quite fast. I've gotten these on a full set, both eyes on, in under 2 minutes. After some practice, if you feel like you need to do it, you'll be able to do it. Really, really easy. You can create whatever lash look you want. You can stack. So if you wanted more volume, or if you wanted to add some different styles to your existing lash look, you're just gonna add more bond. You're gonna pretend like this is your natural lashes. Add bond the way we did earlier, and then just add more lashes and fuse exactly the same way you did your initial application. So you have all the control, right, Danny? So it's amazing. This is why I'm here to talk about it. The last thing that you get in your control kit is glass. It's a water-resistant sealer. I think it's sort of an optional step based on your eye chemistry, based on what you're doing during the day or several days. Try an application with it, try an application without it. See what it does for you. Some people love it, some people are like, maybe sometimes, and some people maybe never. So we give you the option. Give yourself 20 to 30 minutes. Let your bond dry down, just like layers of nail polish. You wanna wait, right? You don't wanna come in with too much product all in one go, super fast, and too much, because it's not gonna dry down. Just like nail polish, okay? Think of your bond and your sealers just like that. You're gonna do light layers, and you're just gonna use a little bit of product. So wait 20 to 30 minutes. If it's a few hours, if it's a couple days, that's fine. Then you can apply glass whenever you need to, okay? When you're ready, just take a tiny bit, kind of a lot comes out. I usually take off some of the excess, and then just use that ball end and take a swipe, maybe 2. And if you have watery eyes, maybe just a little extra on those inner and outer corners. And this will act like that, when you wax your car, or you put on that moisture barrier, and then it rains, right? And then the moisture just beads off. It's gonna act just like that for moisture and oil. The other way you can apply this is, if you want top and bottom coverage, add a tiny bit to the inside of your wand with the wandums on, just a small amount, and then come back in with a full fuse. Hair. Come back in with the full fuse, and then you have top and bottom coverage, and just let it dry. Don't touch it at all. Let it dry down, and you're good to go. Give yourself about 24 hours before you hop in the shower or start washing your face. If you need to wash your face right away, do it at the sink. Make sure you have a washcloth. That way you have control over all that water and facial products. And then if you need to clean around your lashes, give it some time. Pre-cleanse, which you get in your control kit as a sample, is gonna be your best friend. Take a little Q-tip, dip it in, squeeze out the excess, and this is what you can use to clean along your lash line, especially if you have makeup, and this won't disrupt your bond, okay? You can clean under, and this is how you're gonna refresh your lashes day to day if you're wearing them for multiple days. So easy, and we have an amazing amazing community group that we run on Facebook. It's called Lashify Life. You guys should come join it. If you have more questions, the entire education team, the entire Lashify staff is in there, including Sahara, the founder, inventor of Lashify. She is highly active in that group. She's talking to people all the time, getting feedback, giving tips and tricks, and our team is doing that, and the entire community. Some of these community members have been using Lashify since it was born in 2018, and they are so helpful. It's the best place on the internet. The people are amazing. You're gonna make 120,000 new friends in there. It's really the best place to be if you want lash map ideas, travel ideas, other tips and tricks for, you know, maybe you live in a certain part of the world or you have a particular eye shape. You're gonna find someone in there that you're gonna vibe with and is really fun. All right, so this is Lashify. This was C in 210s, 212, 214 millimeter for an easy wing. Again, you can do whatever you want when you get your control kit. And so, Danny, do you mind pinning the control kit? Thank you, you're amazing. So get your control kit. If you have been waiting, get your control kit today, because today only, you're gonna get a free blow tool. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's the best add-on product because it's gonna help you dry down your prep step. It's gonna help you dry down your bond layers much faster, and you're gonna be able to go through your application. It's great also for drying your setting spray after you've applied your makeup. It's gonna get hot soon. It's probably already hot soon in some parts of the country, and if you don't have a fan on hand, this is gonna be your best friend. It's really a great add-on tool. This tool and pre-cleanse, I think, are the top two add-ons for any Lashify user. So today, you're gonna get this free with your order of $45. Go get it now. Don't wait, because you're gonna be sad if you wait. It's only good for today, okay? If you have more questions, come join us in the Lashify Life Facebook group. We are doing lives here on Lashify.com, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, inside Lashify Life. So whenever you need help, we are here for you. All right? Thanks for joining, everyone. Feel free to check us out. You can continue to watch this live and click on products, and